Hey guys, welcome back to the number one combat sports and fitness podcast.
I'm Joe Turner.
And I'm Jack. So I wanted to talk about Khabib. So recently, well today actually, it's been talked about because Dana released an interview, I believe it was with Brett Okamoto, and they were mentioning different stuff like Khabib, Conor McGregor, things like that. And they mentioned that Dana is going to see Khabib this week. This you know how they've been rumored that I'm going to go have a chat with Habib, and
he's going to Abu Dhabi, isn't he?
Yeah, magically he's going to sit down with him and fondle his balls a little bit and tell him, oh, you got to fight.
Tickle his beard, you know what I mean?
Tickle his beard, of course. And then there's been a lot of questions around like, well, if you meet Habib, like, are you actually going to do anything? He seems pretty adamant. He's like, I don't want to fight.
Do you remember when he announced, he won't fight unless his mum says so?
Yeah.
And all those memes that literally had a guy on the phone calling Khabib's mum.
Right. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. I really don't think it's going to happen. I think Khabib's set on not fighting.
Well, I think the bigger question is who? Who's it going to be?
It would have to be a winner of like Conor and Dustin and maybe a fight after that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, everyone kind of wanted the GSP thing, but that's probably never going to happen.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Everyone wanted the Tony and Ferguson thing, but now Tony's lost
twice in a row.
Right, that's not going to happen. He doesn't want to fight Conor again.
No.
Poirier is huge, but he's not. Yeah, he's not pay-per-view huge. Like, if he wants, it's like this. If Dana wants the mother of all money fights, he has to go with Khabib versus Conor again, because Conor is the fucking poster boy of the UFC. His fight with Donald Cerrone, which he dominated in the first round, had more pay-per-view buys than Khabib versus Gaethje.
I don't know. I mean, I think Dustin is pay-per-view, but it's hard to set that up because of how it went last time.
Yeah.
The Conor works because it's the McGregor factor, being away for a long period of time. There's a storyline to that you can feed into it. It would be the number one pay-per-view event ever.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with the UFC. I just don't see it happening. I think Khabib, there's no GSP lurking out there, that they're going to surprisingly put that fight together. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Khabib's going to say no. I think he's going to be like, I'm sorry, Dana. I keep telling you, but I don't want to fight. And Dana's going to have to figure out what to do to sell other fights and perhaps move on to Khabib's training partner, Islam Makhachev. Yeah. And perhaps start putting a lot more promotion and emphasis on him in the lightweight division.
Well, there is the idea that, isn't Poirier versus McGregor in Fight Island?
They'll be in Fight Island, yeah.
Yeah. Khabib's going to be in Fight Island.
He is, but he's going to be there at the same time. He's going to be a corner man. He's going to be a corner man. And I believe the fight's going to be on the prelims. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting because the interesting thing about Fight Island is they've got to be there 2 weeks before and they've got to stay there 2 weeks after. You're spending a month on Fight Island, right? Yeah. Like, it was funny because Dan Hook even put on Twitter, he said, well, what are some things I can do on Fight Island? I'm struggling because, he's trying to think, what the fuck am I going to do for a month on Fight Island? 2 months before, the 2 weeks before a fight. Yeah. Yeah. All your energy is focused on one thing. 2 weeks afterwards, you want to party, you want to see your friends, what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, one thing I've got to steer towards is that Conor and Khabib are in the same building. Okay, when we watch that fight, by the way, the main card will kick off at 11. Okay, so the fight's going to be at 12. My eyes are going to be glued to that screen, and I'm just going to wait for that second when Conor and Khabib finally make eye contact with each other. And if Conor wins, he's going to be, where is that little mutt? Where is that little weasel? I got a feeling he's going to call out Khabib. And then Khabib's just going to jump the cage again.
No. I think if those days are ahead of him, but...
Or there's going to have to be like a barricade of security blocking off the two.
Or they would have to be separated for sure. Especially with those UFC embedded where they're traveling around watching the fighters. It'll be interesting if they cross paths because Fight Island isn't that big. It's big for like the amount of events they put on, but it's not big. They're going to bump into each other. They're probably going to be separated. It'd be interesting watching that tension between them when they're so close to each other, and there's a lot riding on a rematch to happen. I think a lot of people are looking for that, especially Dana. I mean, Dana might even, potentially and intentionally put them in very close proximity to each other and try and stir up some bad blood. I don't know.
Close proximity would be Khabib here, Wolf security, Conor. Because you can imagine the tension. Will Dylan Dennis be there with him?
Most likely, I would say so, because it's... no, he won't, because Dylan, I'm pretty sure, can't train with Conor because he's got a bum knee.
Okay.
Not a bum knee. He hurt his knee, then he got surgery, and I think it's been 6 months since the surgery, and obviously every knee surgeries and knee injuries are horrific, and you've got to wait at least a year or a year and a half until you can do back to your full-on contact sparring. So the only thing I've seen from Dylan is he's doing a little bit of light sparring, a bit of boxing and things like that, just as his rehab, but he's not doing rolling, and that's what Conor would happen for. He'd be doing rolling him and doing defensive Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.